Is the reign of the Puerto Rican princess finally coming to a violent end? Just when we thought Joseline Hernandez couldn't push the limits of reality TV any further, a $25 million legal bomb threatened to level her entire empire. We all saw the blood, the screams, and the absolute chaos on the set of Joseline's cabaret. But the real question is, where does Ballistic Beats stand in the middle of this wreckage? The rumors are spiraling out of control. Whispers of a secret breakup, allegations of a toxic power struggle, and claims that Ballistic has finally reached his breaking point are flooding the industry. Was their engagement just a strategic business move? Or is there a deeper betrayal lurking behind closed doors? In today's exclusive deep dive, we are unmasking the truth Hollywood tried to bury. From the shocking moment Amber Ali dropped the lawsuit to the hidden friction tearing this power couple apart, we're exposing every receipt. Buckle up, because this isn't just celebrity gossip, it's a story of money, power, and a high-stakes gamble that could cost them everything. Let's get into it. The night reality TV went too far to understand the current state of Joseline Hernandez and Ballistic Beats. We have to go back to the night that nearly bankrupted them both. Reality TV is built on conflict, but what happened on the set of Joseline's cabaret, Las Vegas, wasn't just good TV, it was a legal catastrophe. The scene was set for a standard reunion show. Tensions were high, as they always are when the Puerto Rican princess is in the room. But as the cameras rolled, the verbal sparring turned into physical warfare. Among the dancers was Amber Ali, a woman who would soon become the biggest threat to Joseline's freedom and finances. According to court documents and leaked footage, the brawl wasn't just a girl fight, it was an organized beatdown. Amber Ali alleged that Joseline didn't just strike her. She claimed that Ballistic Beats, Joseline's fiancé and producer, was actively involved in the physical altercation. The $25 million hammer. When the dust settled, the industry was stunned. Amber Ali didn't just go to the blogs, she went to the courthouse. She filed a massive $25 million lawsuit against Joseline Hernandez and Ballistic Beats. The charges? Assault, battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. For a digital content creator or a reality star, $25 million isn't just a fine, it's an execution. This amount was calculated to strip Joseline of everything she had built since her love and hip-hop days. Amber's legal team painted a picture of a toxic workplace where violence was encouraged by the producers to boost ratings. But the most damaging part of the lawsuit wasn't actually directed at Joseline. It was the inclusion of Ballistic Beats. In the world of celebrity commentary, the role of the supportive partner is sacred. But here, Ballistic was being portrayed as the enforcer. The lawsuit claimed that he didn't de-escalate the situation. Instead, he allegedly helped facilitate the chaos. This changed the narrative from a reality TV spat to a criminal-level conspiracy. Escalation. The trial of public opinion. As the lawsuit progressed through 2024 and 2025, the pressure began to cook the couple from the inside out. This is where we see the first real cracks. While Joseline maintained her I don't care persona on social media, the legal bills were stacking up. Every time Joseline posted a luxurious photo from a rooftop in Istanbul or a high-end shopping district, the comments section was a battlefield. How are you buying Louis Vuitton when you owe Amber $25 million? Fans would ask. The public started to turn. They weren't just watching a show anymore, they were watching a woman who seemingly felt she was above the law. But behind the scenes, Ballistic Beats was the one dealing with the logistics. As a producer, his reputation was on the line. Major networks began to look at Joseline's cabaret as a high-risk asset. The National Geographic-style realism of the show's violence became a liability. This is the moment when the breakup rumors first started to take flight. Why? Because Ballistic is a businessman first. He knows that in Hollywood, you can be a villain, but you can't be a legal liability. The Zeus Network trap. We have to analyze the role of the Zeus Network in this part 1. Zeus has carved out a niche by showing what VH1 and MTV are too scared to broadcast. They provide the unfiltered look at celebrity life. However, this lack of filters is exactly what led to the $25 million nightmare. The origin story of this lawsuit is rooted in the lack of security protocols. In any other production, a man getting involved in a physical fight between women would lead to an immediate firing. On Zeus, it was just another Tuesday. But as the legal documents started to detail the injuries Amber Ali sustained, including claims of being kicked while she was down, the reality of reality TV became too real. Joseline's defense was consistent. She claimed she was defending herself and her brand. She portrayed Amber Ali as a clout chaser who was looking for a quick payday. But as the months dragged on, the confidence in Joseline's camp began to waver. Ballistic beats, usually the ones standing right behind her in every frame, started appearing less frequently in her unbothered lifestyle posts. The breaking point of the brand. The first 1,200 words of this saga show us a couple under siege. To the outside world, they were the power couple of urban reality TV. But internally, the $25 million lawsuit was a ticking time bomb. If they lost, their assets, the cars, and the jewelry, the production equipment, could be seized. For a producer like Ballistic, who prides himself on his beats and his professional standing, being linked to an assault case was toxic for his future collaborations. This part of the story ends on a cliffhanger. With the court date looming and the evidence mounting, it looked like the end of the road for the Puerto Rican princess. The public was convinced that Ballistic would cut his losses and run. He had the talent to survive without her, but did she have the stability to survive without him? The tension was at an all-time high, and the world was waiting for the one thing that seemed inevitable: the betrayal. This section shifts the focus from the courtroom to the bedroom, analysing the internal friction, psychological triggers, and social media breadcrumbs that led to widespread breakup rumours. The alpha and the anchor. While the $25 million lawsuit was an external storm, a much more personal war was brewing behind closed doors. To understand why everyone thought Joseline and Ballistic were over, you have to understand their dynamic. Joseline Hernandez is the self-proclaimed Puerto Rican princess, an alpha personality who thrives on chaos and dominance. Ballistic Beats, on the other hand, was supposed to be her anchor. He was the calm producer who could handle her fire. But as 2024 turned into 2025, it became clear that the anchor was starting to drag. The first real cracks in the power couple facade didn't appear in a tabloid. They appeared on national television during their stint on Marriage Boot Camp, Hip Hop Edition. For the first time, our fans saw a side of Ballistic that wasn't just the supportive fiancé. We saw a man who was exhausted. In one of the most explosive episodes, Ballistic looked directly at the cameras and admitted that Joseline didn't know the meaning of teamwork. This wasn't just a small argument, it was a fundamental breakdown of respect. Treat me like a king. The power struggle. The escalation in their relationship often stems from a struggle for respect. Ballistic famously demanded, "Treat me like a king," during a heated exchange where Joseline's aggressive energy crossed a line. In the world of celebrity commentary, this is what we call a red flag moment. When a partner in a high-profile relationship starts demanding respect publicly, it usually means they aren't getting it privately. Psychologically, our Joseline has been open about her abandonment issues. She pushed for an engagement because she needed a guarantee that someone would stay. But as the legal pressure from the Amber Ali case mounted, that guarantee started to feel like a cage for Ballistic. Every fight on Joseline's cabaret, every time she got into a brawl with a dancer or another celebrity like Amber Rose on College Hill, Ballistic was the one who had to deal with the fallout. The breakup rumours started because fans noticed a shift. Ballistic went from being her partner to being her manager of chaos, and no one stays in that role forever without burning out. social media, the digital divorce. In 2026, you don't need a press release to know a couple is in trouble. You just need to check their following list. In late 2025, an eagle-eyed fans noticed a digital earthquake. Ballistic and Joseline had allegedly unfollowed each other. Photos were archived, captions were changed to cryptic quotes about protecting your peace and knowing your worth. For a couple that built their brand on being a united front against the world, this was a massive tell. The rumours reached a fever pitch when Joseline posted a series of solo, luxurious shots from her travels, looking unbothered but noticeably missing her massive engagement ring. This is a classic move in the digital script of celebrity breakups, the soft launch of a single life. Commentary channels went wild. Was Ballistic tired of the lawsuits? Was he tired of the physical fights? Or was it something deeper? Some insiders suggested that the $25 million lawsuit had caused a financial rift. Or when millions are on the line, love often takes a back seat to self-preservation. If Ballistic's assets were at risk because of Joseline's actions, it would make sense for him to create distance, legally and romantically. The betrayal narratives. During this period, betrayal became the buzzword surrounding the couple. On YouTube, titles like Ballistic Beats Leaves Joseline and The $10 million Betrayal began to trend. Much of this was fueled by Joseline's own habit of venting on Instagram Live. In her moments of frustration, she would hint that she was doing everything on her own, that she didn't need a man, and that loyalty was a rare currency in Hollywood. This is the escalation phase of their public narrative. It wasn't just about one fight, it was about a pattern of instability. Fans began to take sides. Some saw Ballistic as a saint for putting up with Joseline's explosive temper for so long. Others saw him as a clout chaser who was only there for the production credits on her hit shows. This division in the fan base only added fuel to the fire, creating a tunnel vision where every move they made was scrutinized for signs of an impending split. The silence before the storm. The most telling sign of a breakup in Hollywood isn't always the screaming. Sometimes it's the silence. For several months leading into 2026, the couple stopped appearing together at major industry events. Joseline was seen promoting her music and her cabaret brand with a new intensity, almost as if she was rebranding herself as a single boss lady. The industry was convinced that the wedding was off, and the $25 million lawsuit was still hanging over their heads like a guillotine. And the public's consensus was that Ballistic Beats had finally cut the cord to save his own reputation. The narrative was set. Joseline Hernandez, the woman who fought everyone, had finally fought the one person who truly had her back until he had no choice but to walk away. But as we know in the world of the Puerto Rican princess, things are never as they seem. Just when the world was ready to write their relationship's obituary, a massive twist changed everything. The silence wasn't a sign of a breakup. It was the quiet before a major legal and romantic comeback. The plot twist. The case is gone. Just as the industry was preparing for a public execution of Joseline Hernandez's bank account, the impossible happened. In a move that left legal analysts and gossip bloggers stunned, Amber Ali dropped her $25 million lawsuit. This wasn't just a minor victory, it was a total exoneration in the eyes of the law. After years of claims involving assault, battery, and permanent injury, the woman leading the charge against Joseline and Ballistic Beats decided to walk away. But why? In the world of high-stakes celebrity litigation, people don't just walk away from $25 million. Rumours of a massive out-of-court settlement began to swirl, but Amber Ali's public statement suggested a different motive: peace of mind. She claimed she wanted to move forward with her life and leave the toxic energy of the cabaret behind. For Joseline and Ballistic, this was the ultimate get-out-of-jail-free card. The financial guillotine that had been hanging over their relationship for years was suddenly dismantled. The resurrection of the couple. With the legal clouds clearing, the breakup rumors suddenly lost their foundation. Almost immediately, the digital silence was broken. Ballistic Beats and Joseline didn't just reappear, they re-emerged with a vengeance. We saw them in the high-end shopping districts of Miami and the rooftop skylines of New York, looking more unified than ever. The strategy was clear. Success is the best revenge. While the world was busy betting on their downfall, they were quietly preparing for a massive comeback. At the recent release party for Joseline's single, I Like the Way You Are, Ballistic wasn't just a guest. He was the host. He stood behind her as her producer, her protector, and her partner. This was a calculated middle finger to every commentary channel that had predicted their end. They proved that in the world of urban entertainment, controversy doesn't break a brand, it strengthens it. Analyzing the 2026 dynamic. As we look at the couple in 2026, the dynamic has shifted. They are no longer just the reality TV couple. They have transitioned into a media machine. Ballistic Beats has moved deeper into the executive side of things, handling the production logistics of Joseline's cabaret as it expands into new cities. He has accepted that being with Joseline means embracing the chaos. Joseline, meanwhile, has doubled down on her Teflon persona. She has survived the Amber Ali lawsuit. She has survived the College Hill fight with Amber Rose. And she has survived the public's attempt to cancel her. In this part of our documentary, we see a woman who has realized that as long as Ballistic is in her corner, she is untouchable. The rumors of their breakup were likely a result of the extreme stress of the lawsuit, but once that pressure was removed, the bond, be it romantic or strictly professional, snapped back into place. The business of ride or die. We have to ask the hard question. Is this true love or a calculated business partnership? In Hollywood, the ride or die narrative is worth millions. When a couple stays together through a $25 million lawsuit, it creates a legend around their loyalty. This loyalty is what keeps fans subscribed to the Zeus network. It's what keeps people clicking on their music videos. Ballistic Beats knows that his brand is now inextricably linked to Joseline's. To leave her during a crisis would have looked like a betrayal. To stay with her and win makes him look like a king. This is the escalation phase of their legacy. They are moving away from the petty drama of the reunion stage and toward a more editorial fashion aesthetic, seen in their recent high-end photo shoots and cinematic music video productions. They are trying to elevate the brand from hood drama to luxury entertainment. What's next for the Puerto Rican princess? As we look toward the future, the road ahead isn't entirely smooth. While the $25 million case is gone, the reputation for violence remains. The toxic work environment labels will continue to haunt them as long as Joseline's cabaret continues its current format. However, for 2026, the couple seems focused on international expansion, and there are whispers of taking the cabaret brand to international waters, with Ballistic leading the charge on the business deals. The truth behind the breakup rumors is that they were a symptom of a couple under fire. They didn't break up. They retreated. They didn't fail. They recalculated. Joseline and Ballistic have mastered the art of the celebrity pivot. Every time you think they are down, they find a way to use the controversy to fuel their next project. Final conclusion. The survivors. Ultimately, the story of Joseline Hernandez and Ballistic Beats is a story of survival. In an industry that eats reality stars alive, they have found a way to stay relevant, stay wealthy, and stay together. The $25 million lawsuit was supposed to be the end of their story, but instead, it became just another chapter in their origin story of defiance. Whether you love them or hate them, you cannot deny their impact. They have redefined what it means to be a power couple in the digital age, where loyalty is tested in courtrooms and breakups are fought over Instagram followers. For now, the Puerto Rican princess and her producer are still standing, still fighting, and most importantly, still together. The lawsuits are dropped, the rumors are silenced, but the drama? That's forever. Joseline and Ballistic have proven that they are the ultimate survivors of reality TV. But with new seasons and new rivalries on the horizon, how long can this unfiltered lifestyle last before the next bomb drops? What do you think? Was the lawsuit a wake-up call, or are they just getting started? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you want more deep dives into the hidden lives of your favorite celebrities, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss what we're exposing next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.